Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to all of you. Welcome again in the online classes for grade 6 in the subject science. Today we are going to continue the lesson from the lesson 5, changes in geology over time, from the chapter 5, that is changes over time. We are going to start from the page 302 today. So let's begin with the page 302, and all of you please open the textbook page 302 and let's start the lesson. In this lesson particularly today we are going to see about what is absolute age. So with the absolute age there are some terms which are related to this we will be going to see here in this lesson today. So first of all we are going to see about what is absolute age. Here first thing which we are going to see, that is about the radioactive elements. Radioactive elements in rock, they decay at constant rate called as half-life. Half-life is the time it takes for half the mass of the original element to change into the decay product. And scientists are able to determine the absolute age of a rock layer through this process. So we are going to see for this, that is about the absolute age, where we are talking about the radioactive elements and what these radioactive elements particularly they are. We are talking about the half-life of the radioactive elements. So now here these radioactive elements which we are going to see here, the half-life. Here if you talk about the radioactive element, here it is in the original form of the element. Here you look here 100% original element, then we are going to get the first half-life is passed, that is 50% of the original has been decayed. So this is the decay of the product, that is 50%. Then there will be the second half-life passes, that makes it to 75% decay product, that is 25% of the original elements. Now from this again there will be further decay in the product and we are going to get the 12.5% of the original element, that is the 87.5% of the decay in the original 87.5% of the decay of the product. So this is what we are going to talk about, the half-life. So each radioactive element has its own half-life, and when the amount of original element is compared to the amount of decay product present, scientists can then figure out how long the decay process has been going on. So from this we are able to understand that how long the decay process has been gone, and from that we can find out the half-life of that decay of the product. So now here we can take an example of uranium 235 has the half-life of 700 million years. Then suppose you find out that the ratio of original element to decay product is 1:4. That means that only 1/4 or 25% of the original element is left. So how can you find out the rock layer's age? So 1/4 is the half of one half. So two half lives have passed since the rock was formed, and the age of the rock is we can find out with the 700 million years is given here. So it is two halves, so 2 multiplied by 700 million years, which will give you the 1400 million years, that is nothing but the 1.4 billion years. So scientists use fossils clues, the ages of rock layers and evidences of crustal motion to tell the story of Earth's geologic history. So now here we are going to see further more about the Earth's geologic history, and before that we are going to know that what the absolute age is. So here the absolute age is rock layer's age in years. So what we are talking about, that is the absolute age is a rock layer's age in years. So here we are going to talk about furthermore, that is about the Earth's geologic history. In this, scientists use fossil clues, the ages of rock layers and the ages of crustal motion to tell the story of Earth's geologic history, that we call it as Earth's geologic history. And furthermore we are going to see about the eras What is eras? Eras is the Earth's history. Earth's history is measured in long stretches of time called eras. And also there is another term which is used as the periods. Periods are the shorter amount of time and are associated with major changes in Earth's crust. So here this all about, we are talking about the things that is related to the to find out the absolute age of the rock, or we can find out the absolute age of the rock by using these things. So you can compare eras and periods by looking at geologic time scale, and a geologic time scale shows major events and life forms on the earth during each era. So our knowledge is based on fossils that have been found dating to that era. So from the with the help of these fossils, what we have learned yesterday in the previous video, from that we can find out the different fossils, different eras of the fossils, and from that we will be going to know the different fossils here. So with this, now we will conclude our today's lesson, and I will be going to continue with the same with the different eras of the fossils. So that we will going to discuss about Earth long ago, where you are going to discuss about the different eras. So with this, I will conclude the lesson here. Till then, thank you and goodbye. Revise the lesson well, and we will be going to have a further more discussion in the next video. Thank you till then.